Hello universe, happy Easter. The subject of this video is a little odd considering the uh, religious tone of the day. However, I'm still going to do it because it's 6:45 p.m. Central Standard Time and the episode has not aired, although I'm aware of spoilers, and I'll tell you one spoiler that's been on YouTube. Whether it's true or not, there you have it. Don't watch it if you don't want one of the spoilers that's been leaked out there. It may or may not be true, but the last spoiler leaked turned out to be true. We shall see if this one is. However, this is my predictions for, obviously, via the title, The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 16, Season Finale. Welcome to the Tombs. Okay. So everybody knows people are going to die. The reports say that there's going to be, in Rolling Stone, they posted some article that said there was going to be something like 27 deaths, according to an interview with Robert Kirkland, the guy who authors the Walking Dead comic series. The spoiler, we'll get to that. Well, actually, let's not do that. We'll do that last. So remember, if you don't want to see a spoiler that's been leaked on the internet, don't watch this video any further. If you've already seen episode 15, you know that Merle Dixon was killed in the previous episode. So that's behind us now. It's out, and most people who watch The Walking Dead have seen that. So this episode, what is supposed to happen? Well, I know from the comic series people that are supposed to die. And I don't watch the comic series, but I pay a lot of attention to the people who follow the comics. I know that Herschel is supposed to die at the prison. I know that Carol is supposed to die. Originally, Lori died at the end. She and Judith both died at the end at the prison when the governor attacked. The daughter, why can I not remember her name right now? Herschel's other daughter. Oh gosh, why can't I remember that girl's name? It's so sad. Forgive me, but Herschel's younger daughter, not Maggie, but the other daughter, she dies, but in the comics I know, but I'm not sure if that will happen in this case because Sophia was killed and was supposed to still be alive. She may be there to sort of fill in that gap, basically. And there's a lot they could do with her next season, as Chandler Riggs, who plays Carl, is going to be like 14 years old, maybe almost 15, somewhere around there, and they could do a lot of, sort of suggestiveness about, this younger kid, and this older girl and this relationship in the midst of a zombie apocalypse. It's a whole other aspect of the story. Daryl, as you know, or may or may not know, Daryl Dixon did not exist in the comics. He was not even a part of it, so his death is, up in arms as far as things go. So anyways, let's get down to who I think will die in this episode, and whether or not they will end the governor's story arc. I think I do believe they'll end the governor's story arc in this season. I don't think they're going to bring back David Morrissey, who plays the governor, for a couple of episodes in the next season, because surely they will have to eliminate him before mid-season is done next year. And I think just the finale of it all, they're going to kill him. Now, they may kill him mysteriously. At the end, it's possible that his death will be a result of someone, and you will not know who kills him. That could be the one element that you're left holding on to until next season to see who does it. I do believe that's a possibility, because I think it's Michonne that kills him in the comics. I cannot remember if it's Rick or Michonne. Probably Rick, but I think it's possible they could leave it to where you don't know who kills him and takes that step until next season you come back and find out who does it. The likely characters are obviously Rick, Andrea, Milton, Daryl, Michonne. Those are the top 5 people. They could throw a curveball and do something really interesting, which I think would be kind of interesting, and let Carl be the one who kills the governor. That's possible and could be really interesting. I don't believe it'll be any of the others. You could put Glenn on a very outside chance. I just don't see them putting him center enough to have him eliminate the governor. A lot of people are speculating that because Maggie and Glenn got married, so to speak, in episode 15, that one of them will probably end up dying. I think probably what it is it's the closeout for Herschel's character. So I do believe that Herschel will be dying in this episode. I think that was his way of seeing that his family is going to be okay and that they have a new, I guess if you want to call it, man to help carry the family on, with Glenn being married to Maggie. And he's basically leaves Glenn to take care of his family because he's part of it now. So I think Herschel will die in this episode. I think Carol's time is up. The actress is very strong who plays Carol. They're not really going too many places with her right now, though. They show her as tough, but they don't really give her a lot to work with. So I think in that way, she's able to be sacrificed. So I do think Carol will go. Great actress, actor, whatever you want to call the PC term nowadays. I do believe her time is up, though. The daughter, and I just cannot remember the name of the daughter. I don't think I think Maggie's safe. I think Glenn is safe. I think that was just a little bit of a misdirect by having them get married last week so that you could think one of their lives would be in danger. In the end, like I said, it's the Herschel passing the baton, so to speak, to Glenn on their family. Why can I not remember that girl's name? That's so sad. Help me out. Put it in the comments for people to know and say, he forgot her name. I can't believe it. Cute actress, but I mean, I just don't remember. So I think there's a 50-50 chance she could go. I just don't see her being eliminated in this episode. I don't. I have a feeling that they're going to carry her over to the next season, as well as Judith. I think Rick is going to be in the series a little more protective of Judith and Carl now, going forward, and so I don't believe he is going to let either of them get hurt. I do believe he's going to be watching out for them because of the Lori, the way they did the arc with Lori sort of haunting him. So I do believe he will keep them safe, and thereby probably keeping that other daughter safe. Let's see. Who else is there? Andrea. Well, let's go to Milton real quickly. Milton will probably die in this episode. Milton and Martinez. I think Milton will die because the governor just feels like he's betrayed him and he's going to use him as an example because he's weak. And so I think he's going to eliminate Milton. Actor's very strong as well, once again. Just don't feel like there's a lot they can go with on him, and his time is pretty much up. Andrea, surely she'll survive. It may be, very cliffhangered as to if she survives, but I do believe she's going to survive. Tyrese, I don't see Tyrese Alan is going to die. In the comic, Alan dies, and he's, a very minor character as far as, the big picture is concerned. But I don't, so he will be gone probably this episode. Tyrese, though, and his sister, or I think it's his sister, I don't think the sister's going to survive, probably, but I think that Tyrese will survive into next season, as well as Michonne will survive. Morgan is listed on IMDb, or what's the guy's name? Lenny, is it Bruce or Bryce? Lenny Bruce, I think. No, Lenny Bruce is a different guy. Lenny Bryce, or I can't remember his name, but it's Lenny something. The actor who plays Morgan. He's listed on the credits for the finale. So surely he will return, and he probably will survive. Although, I think there's a decent chance he could get eliminated. Possibly just because he goes out a little better than they were leaving him last time. So it's possible he will be taken out. There's a chance they could have him keep going. I just have a feeling the actor has got so many of the things going on that it would not be a good time for him to become a regular on The Walking Dead. Even though the show is highly popular, this actor is very sought after in Britain and England, rather, or whatever you want to say it, Europe, as an actor. Does a lot of films, solid performer, so he probably has so many options out there. He's not necessarily wanting to be permanent on a series at this point. So there's a good chance they could eliminate Morgan. Whereas in the comic he survives a little bit longer, but I don't believe he's going to survive in this case. Obviously, Rick and Carl are safe. They're still in the show to this day. They haven't left. Glenn is safe, like I said. Maggie's safe. Now we come down to, is there anybody else I'm thinking about? I think that's it. In the prison group, that's it. A lot of people from the governors from Woodbury are going to be eliminated in this one. They've already eliminated some of them in the last episode. They're going to eliminate more of them in this episode. Woodbury is going to start to fall apart. Now, there is a chance that they will have Milton survive. A chance they'll have Milton survive to lead Woodbury on, and then they just let him. They just have them disappear from the story. But it's very unlikely that they're going to have that happen, because Rick and the prison crew do leave the prison and go elsewhere, and there would really be very little reason for them to do that with Milton in charge of Woodbury, because he's not out for that kind of blood like the governor is. The only reason they might leave outside of Milton is if there's just so many walkers that flood the prison and the prison walls are no longer safe that there's just no reason to stay there anymore. And that's a possibility as well. They could, dynamite the prison around and, just sort of do this grand destruction and thereby making the prison just uninhabitable anymore, which is possible. And it could also result in the death of a few of the Rick's team characters. Let's talk about the last one. And once again, we'll get down to the spoiler alert again. Daryl Dixon, played really well by Norman Reedus. There is a spoiler, so to speak, image that's been put online, like the time when Merle was, showing Daryl hanging and being eaten at by zombies, dressed in the outfit he was wearing in episode 15. So there is a potential it's one of those, Photoshop jobs, and someone just made it to try and screw around the community and get this hype going for the season finale, or it's possible that in fact Daryl will be eliminated in this season. I have mixed feelings about whether this could happen or not. I have a little trouble with it because if they eliminate Daryl, it's just odd that they would eliminate both brothers back to back like that. Of the Dixon brothers back to back like that. And Norman, as an actor, is so popular on the show, and the character of Daryl is so popular. I just don't see them wanting to eliminate him at this point. The actor is becoming more and more successful as a result of his presence on The Walking Dead. I can see him going on for one more season, and then him choosing to leave because of the enormous number of opportunities he has as a performer to go off and do other films and, TV shows and whatever else he wants to. He does have that potential. I do see him staying on for one more season just to get that good 50 episodes under his belt, and then leave in the most dramatic tone at the end of season 4. Maybe even when they start to encounter Negan, as they do in the comics, although they may not encounter Negan for some time. But they could kill him off at the end of season 4 potentially, or even mid-season 4. and then the actor can, get a few more episodes under his belt and really leave the series with this, grand exit. So I don't think Daryl will die in this one. I think that it's probably a leaked image that's been photoshopped in some way to suggest it's Daryl. I just have trouble believing that they will kill off Daryl, although I could be wrong. We shall see tonight. So anyways, that is my prediction and sort of evaluation of The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 16, Welcome to the Tombs, the season finale. If you have your predictions, feel free to post them below video response or in comments, preferably before the airing of the episode. Otherwise, it just kind of seems like you predicted something that already happened. It's it's like the Titanic sank. It's like I see a ship sinking. It just doesn't make as much sense. So anyway, that's it. Take care of yourselves and have a good day.